Everybody's a 10K a month teacher. You can see it everywhere. Nobody's teaching you how to make your first £1,000. In this video, I'll break it down. All right, let's start from the basic. What is £1,000? £1,000 is 1,000 people paying you £1 each. Now think about this. Can you sell anything generating £1? That is quite easy, right? If you think about this. Thinking about £1,000 per sale is more challenging. If you break it down to smaller amounts, starting from £1, £5, £10, £100, it's much easier, right? So if you go to your favorite supermarket, say Tesco's, and you find a product which is direct retail normal price is £5, with a club card you pay £3, that's a £2 profit you can make elsewhere for somebody who's got no club card. So let's divide £1,000 into 10 clients paying £100 each. You need to figure out what you can sell, what you have to offer, and find 10 people to pay for. It sounds easy, it's not, but it's definitely easier than approaching a problem from £1,000 angle. At £1,000 a sale, it's more challenging. If you break it down into smaller amounts, you can find more customers, you can offer smaller, cheaper products which are more likely to be paid for. So the only way to generate money in business is to solve problems. The more problems you solve, the more money you make. You probably have heard that already, right? But rather than thinking too big, too fast, let's focus on your first 100 or 1,000 pounds in sales. Find enough problems to be solved to generate the exact amount. For £100, I would advise find 10 customers willing to pay £10 for whatever you have to offer. £1,000, I would go probably for £100 per sale. So in general, you probably want to break it down to 10 customers per amount you want to generate. £100, 10 customers paying £10, £1,000, 10 customers paying £100 per sale, £10,000, 10 customers paying £1,000, etc. You've got the point, right? As a non-native entrepreneurs, our big advantage is to be able to outsource a lot of those problems to our native countries, right? For example, why is there so many Polish plumbers or builders in the UK? Because they're good, yes, but they're also cheaper. So the value they're offering in return for the services they're providing is better than the natives were doing all the way up until now. They're trying to catch up now, but good luck to them. So I'll give you an example. I was building an investor deck for my brand bodycheck.me, and I've never done it before. So I was looking for somebody who can actually build the deck, make it look nice. I'm not a graphic designer myself, so I had to use help, right? I asked my local friends in the country, and the professionals, they're very good. They're providing excellent services, but I was asked for 500 or 1,000 pounds per deck, and I was offered 3 to 4 weeks waiting time until they can actually craft the deck I was looking for. I understand the money in value, and maybe if I had more time, maybe I would pay for it, but I had only a couple of weeks to get this deck ready. So I tried to look for a different solution. And I ended up on the website called Fiverr. You probably heard about this. This is where people offering their services, lots of freelancers, and basically everybody's trying to beat each other on price. I found a person who's offered to do my deck for £180, and the deck would be ready within a week. It was crazy for me, right? So we went from £500 and a month waiting time in our local market to £180 and the deck ready in 5 or 6 days, just because I used internet. For me, the saving was massive, of course, and the waiting time was very important, but it still involved me in providing quite a lot of work, writing a copy, editing, being in contact with the freelancer. So I was thinking, if I was ready to pay £500 and I ended up paying £180, but I was still involved in the process, if somebody can come and remove that involvement, prepare that copy for me and be a contact between me and a contractor, I would be happy to pay £100 for that. I can't find anybody. You can't go on the internet and say, hi, who's going to do it for £100? Because you're going to have a lot of broccoli heads coming in and they're just going to, tell you lies, etc., etc. I wanted somebody who can actually do it. So if I had somebody like myself who was just starting the business and I wanted to make his first £100, that was the perfect occasion. You have to find myself, come to me, say, hey, I'll do it for you, give me £100. It's going to cost me probably 2-3 hours of my life. I'll make £60 profits easy, right? out of £100 I'm going to pay for. This is out of the box thinking. This is looking for real challenges, not typical, go to market where you just find what sells, how much, etc. No, you find a real people's problems. So if somebody knew me and my challenge back then, and there was very, small window for somebody to approach me, as I had to act quickly. It was quite easy for somebody to make £100, maybe even £150. So your network and the community is an important part of finding your opportunities, right? It's all about marketing yourself, of course, and finding a solution to problems. How do you find problems? Like I said before, you can pay for marketing, you can pay for traffic. It's very expensive. I would advise you not to do it at the beginning. You just join the community, you find your network, you find your community and talk and try to solve each other's problems and help each other. And we all pay each other. Like I said, I have friends who are graphic designers and I was happy to pay for it. It's just the main thing for me was the waiting time was too long. And then I figured out I can actually do it for a third of the price and within, it can be done within a week. So be open-minded, have people like yourself around and look for opportunities there. They can really change your life overnight. So I just told you my real case from my life, how it could have been done, but I can give you even more. I'll tell you an idea of how you can generate £1,000 in one day with very little work doing before and very little experience required. So here it is. Find a local village market, right? Go to Google, find your local nearest village. If you live in big cities, obviously look outside of the cities, look outside of London or wherever you're based. Find a small village, right? There's spring is here, it's nice weather, there'll be plenty of those. I can tell, I live in a village myself and I go to places like this with my family and kids. And one of the main annoying things for me as a father is a lack of healthy snacks and food for me and kids. I don't know if you noticed that, but for some reason, nobody wants to sell those, right? You've got hot dogs, you've got some fast food, you've got alcohol, you've got all the fizzy drinks, whatever you want, but it's just like, for some reason they don't exist on that day, right? You have so many snacks and healthy food available on the market, but on that particular day, when there's a family, always, only family and kids around, nobody wants to sell them. So I know it would be a great idea to go to a place like this, so we'll find that market and offer healthy food, healthy snacks, fruits and veg to people, to parents and their kids. I guarantee you will be the most popular stand. We all seen the typical cakes, Victorian sponge and the cider and the coffee, and it's every year the same. But if you would come this year, if you find yourself a nice stand, make it look very family friendly, use nice bright colors, prepare some healthy snacks, not just your typical mayonnaise and cheese and white bread or chips and pizza things, right? Prepare something like, do your research. If you don't know how, you can talk about these things in our community. There are actually dietitians and nutritionists. They will be more than happy to help you, tell you what's healthy, what's not. And then you prepare the menu, right? You can prepare 3, 4, 5 different options for kids and parents and just sell them. And I guarantee there are parents, especially in these villages, there are people with money there. There are parents willing to pay twice more than what would they pay for a pizza if they know that food is healthy for their kids. I would do it myself. You can easily generate £1,000 in one day and it's going to be fun work. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. I realize and understand that making your first £100 and £1,000 in your business is the hardest, but that's how you learn most. So if you want to learn even more, if you want to join a like-minded community, if you want to find all the answers to the problems you might have, join my free community. You can find a link below that video in the description. It's called Non-Native Entrepreneur. The reason it's called Non-Native Entrepreneurs because we are all in the business. We have all the answers for your questions. We can help you build your business and help you make your first £1,000 fast. Please join me, link in the description, and I'll see you next time.